World Team Tennis comes your way tonight from Cooper Tennis Complex and Mediacom Tennis Stadium in Springfield, Missouri. A big one tonight in the league as the Philadelphia Freedoms pay a visit to the Springfield Lasers. Hi, everybody. It's Tennis Outdoors in Springfield tonight on a beautiful evening. I'm Don West along with Doug Ellie. The Philadelphia Freedoms are here tonight, and Doug, they have been the undisputed best team in the league coming into this point in the season.
Yeah, they're 10-1, and they already clinched their final berth for the championships. They've beaten the Springfield Lasers the last 2 times, and Taylor Townsend is probably going to be the most valuable player of the league.
Indeed. And the Springfield Lasers 6-5 and winners of 4 straight. Springfield is still in control of its own destiny. If they win out the season, their last 3, they're in the finals and they go to Philadelphia on Sunday.
Yeah, they've been playing fantastic these last 4 matches, and JL's telling his team, let's just continue this play. Especially with the ladies finishing strong in the last 2 matches coming down to the wire.
The Freedoms and the Lasers are set to go tonight in Springfield, Missouri. It's World Team Tennis coming your way right after the break.
Experience the Galleria, a kitchen and bath showplace only at Harry Cooper Supply. From faucets that reflect both fashion and function to innovative and relaxing jet tubs, we carry state-of-the-art products you want and back them with the experience and superior service you deserve. Browse our professional-grade products from Delta, Brizo, Bain Ultra, Jetta, Moen, Toto, Jason, LK, and more. Revitalize your kitchen or bath at the Galleria and come home to fine products that truly reflect your style.
It is Springfield Lasers tennis tonight at home against the Philadelphia Freedoms. It's the home finale for the Lasers this evening. Their final 2 matches are on the West Coast against Orange County and San Diego. Philadelphia coming in, having won 7 in a row. The Freedoms are 10-1, and they've clinched first place in the league. They'll host the finals on Sunday in Philly. Let's check the Wilson lineups tonight in your order of events. We'll start with men's singles. Kevin King and Miomir Kecmanovic will kick it off. Then it will be mixed doubles, followed by men's doubles. And after the intermission, we'll see women's singles and then women's doubles to close the night. Head coach of the Philadelphia Freedoms is Craig Carden in his 15th year as a coach and his 16th season in World Team Tennis. Coached in this league way back in 2002 and even before that in the 1990s with the Atlanta Thunder and the New Jersey Stars, and is a just world-renowned tennis mind and coach. The head coach of the Lasers, J.L. DeJager, completing his 12th season at home tonight. He has become a Springfield favorite here in Southwest Missouri as J.L. 19 seasons overall in World Team Tennis. Big night last night for the Springfield Lasers at the indoor court. A quick change at the last minute with rain outside, and the Washington Castles were here, and the Springfield Lasers took down the Castles by 1, 22-21. And Doug, that was just clutch play at the right times for Springfield to get the 1-point win.
Yeah, and great coaching by JL, you know, with his substitution in the mixed doubles for the final 3 games, and, you know, made all the difference.
Miomir Kecmanovic went 2-1 in those 3 games in which he appeared in mixed last night, and 1 point was the difference in the night. Kevin King will lead things off tonight in men's singles for the Philadelphia Freedoms. King makes his WTT debut with the Freedoms this year and is a rising star in singles play. And for the Springfield Lasers, the youngster Miomir Kecmanovic, Misha as he is called, also a World Team Tennis rookie and a former junior world #1 and 2016 U.S. Open boys singles finalist. We start tonight with just a perfect evening. Now it's a little breezy up top here, but 78 degrees. The north wind at 9, and Doug, as always, it will swirl down in the lower bowl on the court.
Yep. It's but the temperature's fantastic. This is like San Diego weather here.
We're getting it in Southwest Missouri on July 31st, man. We'll take it. Well, so after tonight, the Lasers hit the road for the rest of their schedule. They will be at Orange County tomorrow night, and they'll be at San Diego on Thursday. And Springfield is still with the ability to make it to the finals of their own doing. If they win tonight and they win the two on the West Coast, then they'll be in Philadelphia for the finals this coming Sunday. And even if Springfield loses this match tonight, there is still a pathway for them to get to the finals if they win the two out west.
Right. If they win both matches out west, they'll win the tiebreaker against both of them. And that's what it's a tall order. I mean, these are three strong matches in a row.
Kecmanovic first.
These two have split. Kecmanovic won the first meeting here in Springfield 5-4. And then in Philly, King won 5-2.
This one is wide to start the night. So Misha, 37-37 in his singles games. Lasers 42-38 overall. Terrific serve up the tee. In his one appearance with the Lasers, Jack Sock went 5-1 in singles. So the Lasers third in the league, Philadelphia second. And Kevin King has played all the singles games for the Freedoms. Great cut. And that is, did you hear it?
I did not hear it.
It was good, I think, yes.
Nope, called it out.
Okay, I don't think the fans even realized it. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
And now the chair umpire, Andre Lelius, is asking for a review, a replay. And they even put it up on the big screen. Call is out, call stands.
Another good first serve, three first serves in a row. Misha would like to play better than he did in Philly. Only won 2 out of 12 games with the singles and the doubles.
Game to Kecmanovic. Serve goes to Kevin King.
That was a good start for Misha with the service game.
King has got to be in the conversation for league male MVP. 47-38 in singles and a similar record in men's doubles.
Having a very good season.
He's 44-38 with Fabrice Martin in doubles.
0-1.
And the double fault from it. King qualified into the main draw of a major for the first time in Australia this year.
Let's get a
good to the back line for King.
Misha thought that was long. This court and the wind will suit Kecmanovic. His game is a little bit more suited for this style. A lot of retrieving, a lot of running. It's a slower surface. King likes to drive the ball a little bit more. Beautiful.
Paints
top.
it right on the corner.
Yeah, it looks like it's going about 10 feet long, and it just takes this massive dive into the court. And Misha has a tremendous forehand with, rotations on that ball.
One serving, two for King.
This would be a good start for the Lasers. In their last meeting, the last event was men's singles, and Kevin King won that 5-2.
Marcin Matkowski of San Diego, the other male rookie that's having the best season. To look at the numbers. Ooh, he gets under it. And it's a game for Kecmanovic in the break.
I don't know. Looks like the Freedoms are playing a little loose right now. Maybe it's just because they already know they're in the finals.
I mean, what do you see there? That's almost to the wall.
Yeah, you don't make that kind of error. Usually you don't. Not at this level. But the wind is swirling, but that's just a focus issue. 1-0.
Misha climbing in the world singles rankings, still in the lower 100s range right now.
Kecmanovic needs to take advantage of the errors from King.
And right now they keep coming.
Yep, take them while he's giving them. Big forehand from King, and this is a big forehand. He just clips the top of the net. That's a big forehand return. Moved in, full swing.
King wants that to get him kick-started.
Very different from last night. You didn't see you never saw the ball bounce up that high indoors.
Now a game point. As Misha looks for a 3-0 lead. King currently ranked 170 in singles. Misha 187. Well, what a start for the Springfield Lasers. 3-0 leaders over the Freedoms.
Well, in their last meeting in the dug, great first serve. Catches King at full stretch. Trying to retrieve that. In their last meeting in the doubles, King and his partner Martin won 5-0 against the Lasers.
So those previous meetings, a week ago Sunday the 22nd here.
Beautiful.
That's just a nice finish again.
That looked like an Andre Agassi backhand. So well balanced.
Geico timeout for Craig Carden. His player is...
Look at that balance.
Yeah. King just hasn't found it yet. So the first meeting July 22nd here. And the Freedoms won 24-19 in that one. And then last Tuesday at Philadelphia, Freedoms won 23-12. There was a shutout in men's doubles.
Yeah, they just put a whooping on them.
Freedoms won 4 out of 5 sets in that one. Only laser win was in women's doubles, which will close the night tonight.
There's your let serve that you have to play, and King takes advantage of it. Coach gave him a good speech. Said, get going. keeps serving long. There needs a higher contact or a little more spin on that serve. There we go. Smart play by Misha to go back up the line, which usually is not typical, but to his backhand. So this backhand up the line again, forcing.
To his backhand again.
Yep. He's had several errors off of that. Having trouble getting under that ball. Nice first serve. That was a much needed first serve for Kevin King. Very slow start for him. See if he can get another first serve here.
Now it's going to be another break point for Misha, and a chance to go up 4-0.
That was a really good first serve from Kevin King, but Misha was able to get a nice deep return. A lot of arc to that forehand of Kecmanovic.
And he gets under that one, so it's a deciding point.
Choosing the deuce side, which is the smart play normally against the lefty. Takes away that out wide serve that the lefty loves to hit and is very successful at.
That will be the winner for King. So he salvages one of the first 4 games, but still a decisive advantage for Kecmanovic at the end change.
Well, that was his best game for King. So he's picking up his performance. Great slice overhead. Had to do it twice. Good form. Good snap.
So Misha's serve from the far court now will come into the wind. Is that any advantage or disadvantage?
You just use it differently. So when you use your spins, you can definitely flatten out your serve going into the wind because it'll hold it a little bit so it won't go out, which was interesting because King was double faulting long. He wasn't double faulting into the net. He was just hitting them long. And generally you don't have that going against the wind.
Faces in the crowd tonight. Gary Wingo, a longtime member of our TV production crew.
And there's 2 of my ex-students, Chris J. and Hayden Folk. Chris J. is doing a program abroad at Oxford through William and Jewell. Nice first serve. Not a big serve, just a little bit of a change-up. Now King's returning with the wind. He's got to put a little spin on it. And
get a little more control there.
Yep.
And those first serves like that will lead Misha to the promised land.
Well, it looks like King is still asleep. I mean, he's either he had a long flight or
King on the board, so it's 2-1 for Kecmanovic in the game.
And Misha can't get sloppy now. Sometimes this happens, you know, your opponent isn't playing well and then your game drops. You need to stay focused and Here we go.
And that will give him game point.
But a lot of missed returns. Even though Misha's serving well and getting a lot of first serves in, King's a quality player. He should be making more returns in.
And Kecmanovic goes up 4-1. So he needs just one more to close out the set. Serve will come to Kevin King. He'll have to battle back a long way.
JL's telling him, let's stay focused here.
He'd love to get it done right here, wouldn't he?
Make those returns. Kevin King's got the wind with him. Let's see if he puts a little slice on that lefty serve of his, bring it in.
The last King service game went to a deciding point. And he starts with a double.
Something's going on here with.
Well, so net on the first and long on the second.
Yeah, he doesn't have control over his serve right now. It's a big part of his game. We're not always on every day. He's a little bit off today.
That one's long.
The problem with World Team Tennis is it's so fast and it's over with in a heartbeat if you're not playing well.
Good crowd on the shaded side here tonight in Springfield, enjoying that breeze and cooler temperatures.
Now that's the kind of serve that he normally hits right there. And Misha, you know, he's kind of been sedated a little bit with King not performing that well. He needs to be careful.
Long from King, so 2-all in the game. Misha needs 2 more points for the set.
This is a tough place to be, I think, as a player when you're playing against someone who's struggling, because you never know whether they're going to hit it in or not. It's almost easier if you know that they're going to play well because you're prepared for it.
And good for Misha for now set point.
The wind held that baby in. So you can tell King is a little bit off. Normally, he would not let that ball go.
And it looked like he had a good swing at it to begin with.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily an easy shot to hit, but it is a put-away shot if he hits it well.
So set point for Springfield.
Coach Garden's just trying to get King motivated and positive here. Get a first serve in. And that's fantastic.
That's out of here.
Great hat catch.
Almost.
Almost.
Up to the concourse. Now a deciding point and set point still for Springfield.
Misha's going to want this return.
And he doubles the set to Kecmanovic. Kevin King, a major struggle in men's singles. Kecmanovic takes advantage. Springfield leads 5-1 after one event tonight in Springfield, Missouri. It's World Team Tennis.
When you download the Mediacom Connect mobile care app, you can troubleshoot issues, look at your data usage, pay your bill, get appointment reminders, and even schedule a time for us to call you without ever leaving the couch. It's like having your own customer service agent.
Remember, your TiVo install is tomorrow.
And technician right in your phone. Mediacom Connect Mobile Care. Download the free app today from iTunes or Google Play.
Don West back with Doug Ellie in Springfield, Missouri. The Springfield Lasers with a 5-1 lead behind Misha Kecmanovic as he shuts down Kevin King, who clearly was not himself tonight in singles.
Yeah, no, he didn't show up.
So the video from men's singles, it's nearly all for the Springfield Laser 18-year-old.
And that's a tough match for Misha. He stayed with it. There was a few big points that Kevin King won, but for the most part, Misha kept the ball in play, had a lot of first serves, and just waited for the errors.
Kecmanovic, the 5-1 lead. In mixed doubles tonight, it's Raquel Atawo in her 6th season of World Team Tennis with the Freedoms, and previously played with Boston, the Washington Castles, the Lasers in 2014. And it's Fabrice Martin paired with her, his 3rd season in a row with the Freedoms, the 2016 Male Rookie of the Year. There's your Freedom pairing in the Springfield Lasers. We'll have Daniel Nestor, the 45-year-old seasoned veteran of over 1,000 career wins and all the doubles titles and the Olympic gold medal in Sydney, and one of the best ever in doubles. Joining him, it's Abby Spears in her 8th season of World Team Tennis. 37 years old, just turned 37 this month. She has been quite the star on the court for Springfield this month. So in mixed doubles, the Washington Castles are the league leaders. Philadelphia is 4th. Springfield is 6th out of 6. Philadelphia is 48 and 45.
Now the last 2 times that these teams played, Townsend played in the mixed doubles.
Right, and Atawo really hasn't appeared in mixed.
That's correct. So
and it's been a lot of Taylor Townsend. She has gone 34 and 34 in her mixed doubles games. Gabriela Dabrowski went 14 and 11 for the Freedoms, but Townsend setting this one out, and Atawo makes her mixed doubles debut in the league this year.
Maybe they're just giving her some practice for the possibility of a pop in the finals in Philly. This is a good decision to give her some practice. Daniel Nestor made his move to the middle a little early. It's not indoor tennis. That ball looked like it took forever to cross that net. Very different than last night.
Fabrice Martin at 6'6". Blasts one up the tee. The Lasers are 40 and 53 in their mixed games. Spears has played all of them. Nestor has gone 34 and 47, and it was last night that JL brought in Kecmanovic. Great return. And he went 2-1 with Spears, and that went a long way towards Springfield winning last night against Washington.
Yeah, if they hadn't done that, I don't think they would have won that match last night. That was a huge turnaround. And that's one of the main reasons why JL switched Nestor out with Misha. Those returns, Daniel Nestor has been struggling with the returning. His service has been fantastic, but the returning has been a struggle.
Finish for Atawo. The Freedoms take game 1 of mixed.
Great serve, pop-up return, finishing volley by Atawo.
Raquel Atawo, a frequent women's doubles partner with her counterpart across the net, Abby Spears.
They know each other well. And look at how low Abby gets. Her head is below the height of the net. And so what she's looking for is just a fastball. Kind of almost like a shortstop in baseball. You know how they prepare for that hit.
Yeah, just right there at the net. Nestor finds the net.
Doesn't miss his volleys very often. That's that swirling wind.
And no.
Just clipped the net.
Philly won both of the previous mixed double sets over Springfield, 5-3 and 5-2.
That was a great shot by Daniel Nestor there. Abby was set up to win the point, just clipped the net. Very difficult shot from Nestor from close to the baseline. Oh, big. That's why you want Nestor serving right there. And I play senior tournaments. I don't want to play him in senior tennis.
Misha is ready to head in again if called upon. Now Springfield will have game point to hold serve. And there's a Geico timeout for Craig Carden in Philadelphia.
Wants to ice Nestor a little bit. He knows he's 45. Maybe he'll get stiff a little bit in these 30 seconds, 20 seconds, I think. I doubt that'll happen with this beautiful weather here.
Freedoms clinching the #1 seed very early in the season. They have 2 matches left against the New York Empire, and the Empire got their first league win last night on the road at Orange County.
And a quick
or
match.
At San Diego, I mean.
San Diego, quick match, too. It was like an hour-and-a-half match.
Andre Lelius says replay the point. Ah, the scoreboard got caught in a wind gust there. Last night, the Empire winning 21-17 at San Diego. Really hurt the Aviators' finals chances. Dropped them into a tie for second with Springfield at 6-5.
Great one-handed backhand by Martin through the middle, right in between Abby and Daniel Nestor.
Freedoms look for the break.
Need a nice lefty serve out wide to Martin's backhand.
And it's a game to Springfield.
Got the jam instead. That's a great serve. Jams him right off his right hip. Couldn't get his grip around. One of the things as a one-handed backhand player is you have to switch grips. And when you're in the ready position, you're usually waiting with a forehand grip. One-handed backhand players wait with a backhand grip for the most part.
Atawo serve, and Spears Misses the back corner.
Let's see if Daniel Nestor can get his returns going here. Double fault by Raquel.
Reached as high as number 10 in the doubles rankings in 2015 at Tawo.
Seen a lot of double faults tonight.
Rachel currently ranked number 36 in doubles. Three-time All-American at Cal Berkeley.
1, 2.
That's not a stat you want to lead if you're Philadelphia. 6-0 on the double fault side.
Yeah, and just doesn't work for doubles. If she gets the serve in, she allows Martin to just roam wild at the net. I mean, this guy's, it's just hard to get by this guy at the net. He's probably just telling Raquel, just get that serve in, let me run.
And he lets that one go by from Spears. Game point for the Freedoms. He gets Martin off the net. Lasers bring it to 3-all.
That's what the crowd wants right there. I mean, there's been a lot of errors with returning. Got the point started. Great movement off both sides with the volleys and the ground strokes. And it's nice to see a point finish with a winner rather than an error. That's pretty much what we've been seeing all season. I mean, the doubles has been spectacular all season.
So a 3-3 deciding point out of this Geico timeout.
Great slice serve out wide. Can't do anything about that.
So the Freedoms go up 2-1 on the ace from Raquel Atawo.
You know, this, I mean, we talk about World Team Tennis. It's not a long season. It's a very short season, but it's a lot of travel, a lot of consecutive nights of playing. And I'm sure it does wear on the players.
It starts and ends in 3 weeks, and you're playing in, if you're in the finals, you're playing in 15 of those 22 nights.
And you're traveling, and normal tournaments, you're there for a week, maybe 10 days at the same place, same hotel. Great angle volley.
Wow, power.
And dive. I mean, his ball just, as it was crossing the net, just took a major dive on Abby. If you can get to that before it takes that dive, that's what you really want. Hard to do sometimes when it's that fast.
Ooh, that's the veteran.
Great hands. Great, powerful return by Atao. And just, you can see how Nestor just angled his racket, and that was it. Didn't have to swing. Same thing, big return. Nestor just blocks it out. And
Abby going deep on the serve, and he had to readjust a little on the return.
Just had to readjust. But for those of us that are not professional tennis players, I mean, we don't get 100-mile-an-hour balls hit at us. You know, we have to do a little more punching on our volleys. Nice overhead.
2-2. In mixed doubles, time to change ends. World Team Tennis tonight on Mediacom Connection Channel 22 in Southwest Missouri, across the Midwest, and worldwide on WTT.tv.
That is not an easy overhead to make in swirling wind. Spears makes it look easy.
Nestor and Spears get out there quick. Springfield up 7-3 here at the start. Two Lasers fill-ins that have been on the bench most of the season. Mallory Weber on the women's side. Sharif Abohabaga out of Southwest Baptist University from
Cairo, Egypt. He had an undefeated season his senior year for SBU. He's been practicing with the Lasers every day.
Weber, the women's tennis coach at Missouri State University. And a little deep there from Nestor.
Mallory played for University of Missouri. Big first serve. Big difference with the serving with Martin and King. Look for Martin to help King out in the doubles, in the men's doubles.
Game, Philadelphia.
Nestor took a full swing at that.
Freedom's up 3-2 in mixed doubles. We'll follow this one with men's doubles, then after the halftime intermission, women's singles, then women's doubles.
And I wouldn't be surprised, Don, after this service game, that JL pulls Nestor out, puts Misha in. Did you see that tweener?
Yeah.
That was fantastic. Now look, Roger Federer did that in the semifinals of the U.S. Open against Djokovic. Great volley, finishing volley by Spears through the middle.
You mentioned it like a shortstop earlier. I'd say maybe a little more like third base playing to bunt here with the ball screaming at you like it is.
Yeah, I mean, look at that position. And I mean, if your eyes are at the level of the ball coming at you, you're going to see it better. And if it's high and it's going to be in, you can come up and hit it.
But the split-second decisions like that one right there to let it go on by.
Yeah, you hunt at this level of play with the returns coming in. So I mean, some of those returns are 100 miles an hour. They're not going to cross the net at 5 feet. They're just going to be an inch over the height of the net. So that's her target. She has an area over the height of the net that she's zooming in on. She popped up out of that a little bit.
Freedom's alive in the game. Still game point Springfield. Okay, a touch is called there.
I didn't see it, but a touch meant that Martin got hit by the ball, probably his shirt or something, and he called it on himself, which was the thing to do.
So it's a game to Springfield, and we're 3-3, and a Geico timeout. And Nestor still out there for the moment. He's going to stay. We thought this might be the time that
right.
That JL does what he did last night, but not yet. So the touch called here.
So it's after this hit right here through the middle. He touched it with his racket. Martin touched it with his racket. Which is nice that he called it on himself. That happened to James Blake in the Olympics against, I'm trying to remember his name, he was a Chilean, and Gonzalez. And Gonzalez didn't call it on himself.
Now the serve clock has run out on a Tawo, so they'll get a warning. No penalty the first time.
There's that famous little bunt backhand from Spears. Just getting the return low and down at Atao's feet.
Going back to that touch, did Andre Lelius, the chair umpire, did he see that, and did he call it before Martin called it on himself?
I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, that's the umpire's job, but we're only human, and sometimes you don't hear it or see it, and you're supposed to call it on yourself.
Here's the tennis's version of the slam dunk. 1-1 in the game.
That's a perfect description of that. And that was the serve that Atao hit at the 3-all point in her previous service game.
At the other end.
Yep, it's a really good serve on the deuce side. It's a little short in the box. Forces the returner to really spread out wide on the court.
Ooh. That one sailed.
I heard a Laser fan say, well, we'll take that all day.
Call Batman. And another Atawo miss.
Big return, though, by Abby Spears there. She had a couple last night that were spectacular in the women's doubles. But you see how he just hunts on that net. And I mean, he's like an albatross. I mean, and how close he is to that net. There's no way that ball is going to drop down at his feet. Hard to get over him. 6-6. That's one of the ways you do it. You hit it as fast as you can at his gut.
Okay.
But I would say with Martin, probably 8 out of 10 of those he's still going to make.
Big deciding point here. Springfield looks for the break.
She's covering the out wide serve. Forcing the air off the first serve. Martin gives the signal to go.
Oh. And Abby had it if not for the net.
Yep, it would have been a winning shot. But that's an error from Nestor. That's an easy volley for him.
So 4-3 Philadelphia. Serve back to Springfield Blazers. Blazers need this game to force a 9-point tiebreaker in mixed doubles.
I just love her overhead. It's not overdone. It's a very simple, not simple form, but it's not a large swing. She times it very well. Never compliment a player.
Backfire on you every time. That's like saying this guy's shooting 90% at the free throw line.
Next thing you know, he misses 6 in a row. It's a jinx almost every time. What a point. That's what the crowd wanted to see. Except they probably wanted the Lasers to win that. But that was a great point. And look at that volley by Abby, right? And look at the angle volley. And Tao just comes over there and picks it off. And that ball was going in that Nestor called out. Nice second serve by Spears. Yeah, one of the game book plays when you're playing a match, if you're losing and your opponent's just playing great forehands on the changeover, you say, man, you got the best forehand I've ever seen.
And just wait and see what happens. There's the let.
Did you see that backhand of Martin's?
Set point now for Philadelphia.
He's loving that shot. So for those of you out there that don't understand that much about the one-handed backhand, because we see so many two-handers, it's still a very productive shot. It's a fantastic shot.
Philadelphia Freedoms take mixed doubles. 5-3. Pull a little closer on the team scoreboard after the dominating Springfield win in men's singles. And so at the end of 2 sets this evening, it is 8-6, the lead for the Springfield Blazers.
Why get one of these if you've got one of these? Because with Digital Phone from MediaCom, you get a whole lot more than just another number. You get a phone your kids can find. You get the ability to check in, even if the sitter's phone is dead, and the power to see who's calling without missing the best part. Plus, you get unlimited nationwide calling, voicemail, and 15 more calling features, all for just $4.99 a month for 1 year. This and this, they're better together. Call 888-SIMPLIFY.
Experience the Galleria, a kitchen and bath showplace only at Harry Cooper Supply. From faucets that reflect both fashion and function to innovative and relaxing jet tubs, we carry state-of-the-art products you want and back them with the experience and superior service you deserve. Browse our professional-grade products from Delta, Brizo, Bain Ultra, Jetta, Moen, Toto, Jason, LK, and more. Revitalize your kitchen or bath at the Galleria and come home to fine products that truly reflect your style.
Springfield up 8-6 after 2 sets, but the Freedoms take mixed doubles 5-3. And again, Doug, Fabrice Martin lurking at the net was such a presence.
Yeah, he's just, he's like the Jolly Green Giant up there.
So your highlights of mixed doubles, Martin and Atawo getting the 5-3 victory in the set over Spears Nestor.
And he's got a good doubles partner too as well. All 4 players out there are fantastic doubles players.
Love this finish.
Beautiful one-hander, nice volley through the middle by Abby Spears. Look at that over. She was on with her overheads. Big difference was just the returning. I would say the Freedoms returned a little bit better than the Lasers, but a much better match than the first match, even though the Laser crowd would have liked a Laser win.
And we move on to men's doubles, and Kevin King back out there. We'll see if he has recovered from the 5-1 loss that he took at the hands of Kecmanovic in men's singles. And King goes back out there with Fabrice Martin. Second set in a row for Martin after the win in mixed. Springfield Lasers send back Daniel Nestor. This will be his final home event of the season as he closes out men's doubles here this evening with Misha Kecmanovic, the World Team Tennis rookie. 5-1 winner in men's singles over King.
Well, look for Martin to start serving for the Freedoms for sure. Try and get Kevin King to get back into the match, get his focus. Lasers get to start the serving.
One other match in the league tonight. San Diego is at Orange County. That gets underway in just a few minutes in California. And they're going to send them to the other end. Look at that sunset tonight in Springfield, Missouri. Few raindrops in scattered parts of the city today, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, we were hoping for a little bit more over the weekend. Nice start, first serve. Straight down the middle of the box into the body of Kevin King. Look for Martin. Martin's going to keep pumping up King through the whole match here, trying to get him going.
Nope, not quite.
I like Misha's position at the net. He's down low looking. Excellent play.
Right at King's feet from Nestor, a great read.
And Misha almost popped up out of that first volley, which would have made it go out. And he controlled himself, which was a good thing.
Well, we saw Batman a while ago. Now we're hearing it. The let serve plays right into the Lasers' hands.
It was one of my first tumbles was I had a Batman outfit and stepped on the cape and kind of flew down the stairs. But Batman's not supposed to fly like Superman. So.
Game to Springfield.
Great serving by Nestor. He has this, it's like a combo. It's a slice with some topspin that shifts on you. Very hard to track as you're about to hit the ball.
JL, the South.
Really cares about the sport and the community.
He's big on that handshake challenge, and we'll talk to him about.
Nestor.
Wow, great placement. Tremendous. Here's our 6th out of 6.
That was a big, big return by Kevin King. Yeah.
Game point, Springfield.
Yeah, Kevin King's got a big backhand.
Blazers take the 3rd game of men's doubles, go up 2-1. 10-7 Blazers on the team scoreboard. The only once beaten Philadelphia Freedoms playing from behind here on the road tonight in the Midwest.
That was a good crack at the return by Martin, just clipped the top of the net.
And now it's King.
And he has been struggling with his serve tonight. Let's see if it's any different in the men's doubles. Smart play to let that go. No wind really right now.
Dropped off quite a bit. Well, so far so good for King's recovery.
Yeah, 2 missed returns. The 2 biggest shots in doubles is the serve and the return. And nice return by Kecmanovic. I mean, the biggest change that we've seen in the last 40 years with tennis is just the power. And that has to do with the rackets and the strings. And so now you're seeing players, when they're returning, they're not just getting the ball in play. They're just, it's like a first strike. They're going for a home run. Here's another double fault by Kevin King.
2-2 in the game, with the game going to 4. The set goes to 5. And a Geico timeout to talk to King again here.
I just tell him, hey, your serve's not working tonight. Let's take a little bit off of it, spin it in, and let Martin take over at the net. You do not need your best serve to win your serve when you have a partner like that at the net. And especially when you're serving the Daniel Nestor, you know, he's missed some returns. Make them play. There it is. The giant at the net.
And did you think he took a little off for more control there?
Yeah, he took some off. He put a little more spin on the ball. And then look for the lasers to move in a little bit more. They don't need to stand as far back. But he's been consistently missing that serve long. A great play though by Nestor on all 4 shots. Great return. Trying to just squeeze it in between the net and that alley.
2-all, and they'll change ends in men's doubles.
Good comeback by Kevin King with the serves.
JL and Miomir Kecmanovic. How much has that young man soaked up here in the last 3 weeks?
Oh, I mean, this is a dream come true for him with the variety of players. That's another thing that I think a lot of these players like is they get to play against a lot of different players in a very short period of time. You also have that team spirit.
Ooh, tried the readjustment.
And it looked like, from up here, it looks like he's got all kinds of time, but he really doesn't. And nope. Misha was there, but that was a form issue right there. Very aggressive play by Misha. Just he popped up out of it with his head and hand. Need to stay down.
Blazers still playing from behind here in Nestor's service game. And a Geico timeout. Craig Carden back to the court. It's interesting, Doug, that of the 4 teams in the log jam for one spot to play Philadelphia, all the remaining matches between those 4 teams are all against each other in some form, because after tonight, Philadelphia has 2 left with the Empire. And then at the bottom, the Empire with 2 against Philadelphia. Everybody else is battling for one spot.
I know, so it's a fantastic ending to a really good season.
Wow.
I mean, everything's just coming down to the wire. Every match is going to count.
The Lasers in a position where they're already 2-0 against the Washington Castles. So if those 2 teams tie, the Lasers win that tiebreaker.
They're 1-1 with the Aviators.
1-1 with the 3rd match, the rubber match, still to come. Yes, for Misha.
That's a big confidence booster for Misha to win that battle against Martin. I mean, a seasoned doubles player. Look at this battle. They're going at it. He's like, come on.
We'll go with the Lasers win here.
Great hands by Nestor. The first one, Misha thought about taking it, and then he didn't. And Nestor backed him up, which that was great. Great play by the veteran.
Springfield up 3-2. Abby Spears coming back for women's doubles to close the night. Later on. Now, in the case of Springfield versus Orange County, the OC already has 2 wins against Springfield, so it's the Lasers' next match.
The Lasers do not want to end up with a tie with Orange County.
Yeah, so that's why Springfield's match at OC is so critical for Springfield, literally a must-win.
It's a must-win.
Because they lose that tiebreaker, they don't want to finish even with the breakers, or they're not in.
The only other scenario is the Lasers win tonight, and they beat San Diego in the last match, and San Diego beats Orange County tonight.
That would give the Breakers a 7th loss.
Yep.
And that would be too many. Ace up the tee for Martin.
Wow. I'd like to see Hawkeye on that one. I think one of the hairs on the tennis ball caught the line.
That's enough.
Look at that return. That was just a cannon of a forehand.
The Lasers can see a break off in the distance here now.
Well, this would be a big break right here to break Martin's serve.
Too much. And like that now, we're even 2-all.
Still, same thing again, middle shot. Look, Daniel Nestor takes this away from Misha, and then Misha gets the second one, but it was the first one where Misha was just going to rip it. And Daniel Nestor was there, but he's up closer. He didn't have time for a full swing. I don't know what's going on with that. Great kick serve by Martin. Did you see how quickly that thing hopped out? It almost got over Misha's full reach.
Yeah. So the Freedoms come back for a game point now with 2 straight.
I didn't even see that shot.
I know, it looked like it went through the net.
It did. I mean, that was the weirdest looking. I mean, it looked like he was like Zorro with a whip, you know, just whipping that racket around.
Well, big deciding point now. And it's Martin with the powerful serve again.
Yep. First serve.
3-all now in men's doubles.
And I mean, Misha needs to return those. I mean, he's a rookie, but he's got the game to do it. He was just a little early on it. Got to put him in the pressure situations. Eventually, he's going to keep coming through.
Craig Carden, a great coach of women's players. Coco Vandeweghe, Martina Navratilova, Lindsay Davenport, Lisa Raymond.
Look at that. That's quite a list of players. He knows what he's doing. That was a beautiful topspin forehand up the line.
Nope, missed the corner.
Martin went for it. Great performance. I mean, great recovery through the middle on the volley to get Nestor's volley through the middle.
Abby just can't hold it in. Nestor bringing it.
What was that about?
Sounded like he was kung fu fighting there.
He was going after Martin right here. I don't know why. And look, you knew that was coming. Martin was gonna just rip it at him, and just part of the game.
Net both times.
That's not the time. The double fault for Misha. Martin will most definitely take these next 2 points for the returning. Misha needs a first serve here. Back serve to the backhand would probably be a big one. Went up the tee. Martin took a good swat at the forehand.
And now the deciding point here. Freedoms with the advantage in 3 all points tonight.
Big turnaround. Blazers were up 3-0 in this game.
Nestor misses, and the Freedoms go up 4-3. Now they'll serve for the set. And a Freedom win would tie the team score at 11. Headed into intermission.
Went all downhill after, you know, the smash at Martin's feet.
Yep.
They go up 3-0, then they had 4 errors.
It's King serving for the set.
See that hook on that serve? I mean, it bounces and it shifts 2 feet.
It's just like that.
But he missed them. Needs to get those in.
The 9th of the night for the Freedoms.
Looks like they're having it's like tag. Martin and Nestor are going after each other a little bit tonight.
2 more for the break, or for the...
Look at how low Martin is at the net. And just... It's pretty good for a tall guy. And he missed it because he popped up too much.
So break point now to take us to a 9-point tiebreaker in the 3rd event of the evening, men's doubles. Springfield won men's singles 5-1. Freedoms took mixed 5-3.
Ball was going out too.
The Freedoms with some life now. Need 3 straight for the set.
Misha is going to have to pump up his partner Nestor. Let's see if Misha just rips it down the line or not. There it is.
That gives Springfield the game. And we're 4 games apiece in men's doubles, and it's on to the 9-point tiebreaker. First team to 5 points in the upcoming game with a change of serve after every 2. Nicely done.
Yeah, that kick serve, I mean, that's what Misha wanted. He wanted the first serve to be a fault, and then that second serve kicks up to his forehand. That's his money shot.
First 2 serves to Nestor.
And once again, that's the right shot to hit at Misha at the net. He's still popping up at times, not used to it.
But this men's doubles tandem of the Springfield Lasers, at the very least, picking up 4 team points in men's doubles.
They didn't pick any up the last time they played. Roulette court favors the Freedom there.
Every game counts. Every game means something in World Team Tennis. Later on, it could be the difference in the match that Springfield picked up 4 here. Two serves to Martin now. And right to JL. He got himself a foul ball.
Nice whippy forehand by Nestor up the line. You can't hear the hit either. Yeah, I mean, watch this. Sets up with a big windup, just rolls it. But you can't hear the impact because his strings are so loosely strung. Big serve by Martin.
The Freedom's up 3-1. Serve will come to Kecmanovic.
Yeah, his racket, Nestor's racket is strung extremely loose compared to all the other players on the tour, which allows his arm, you know, to last longer in matches. The stronger you string your racket, the more your arm takes the hit. But you can take full swings at the ball, and the ball doesn't fly and hit the stadium. So, you know, a lot of players string their rackets, you know, around 58 to 65 pounds, so that they can hit a much faster ball. But the arm eventually gets tired of it.
One serving 3. First team to 5 wins the tiebreaker and the set. Springfield gets one back.
Good serve, good first serve. Bjorn Borg used to string. He was one of the pros that strung his rackets the tightest. Another big first serve by Misha.
So 3-3. And now the Freedoms will get to serve the set out.
Right, but King serving, and he's not been serving well tonight. This is a benefit for the Lasers. They might have a shot in it, as we remember in the 8th game, they broke King. Still going for too much off that first serve.
back line, passed it. Double fault, and it's set point for Springfield.
And Lasers need a good return from Nestor here to get the set point. Let's see if Nestor goes right at him or goes for a side. Oh, beautiful serve. And Misha will take the return.
This will be the end of the night for Kevin King, and maybe this last point, if he makes good on it, will give him a better memory of Springfield, Missouri, but not right now.
Yeah, he's been struggling tonight.
The Springfield Lasers take the tiebreaker 5-4 and win the set 5-4. That takes us to intermission with Springfield leading over Philadelphia 13-10. A visit with Lasers coach J.L. DeYager when we come back.
Experience the Galleria, a kitchen and bath showplace only at Harry Cooper Supply. From faucets that reflect both fashion and function to innovative and relaxing jet tubs, we carry state-of-the-art products you want and back them with the experience and superior service you deserve. Browse our professional-grade products from Delta, Brizo, Bain Ultra, Jetta, Moen, Toto, Jason, LK, and more. Revitalize your kitchen or bath at the Galleria and come home to fine products that truly reflect your style.
Players from 14 countries across 6 different teams, 43 matches over 3 weeks. Who will make their mark in the race for the championship and the coveted King Trophy? This year's most valuable players, 1 male, 1 female. The Forever Mark MVP Awards unfold during the World Team Tennis Finals.
I'm joined by the 12th year head coach of the Springfield Lasers, J.L. DeYager. And J.L., you're close to the end of the season here, and your team is still very much alive for a berth in the finals. What's this season been like for you?
Yeah, Don, thank you. Yeah, it's been great. It's been awesome year for the team. We have a great bunch of people. I think that's one thing that we do well in the draft, where we get good people in the team, and we have a lot of fun. And this year, you know, we didn't start off that well, and we were not looking good. And suddenly, you know, when we went on the road, you know, to the East Coast, that win against the Castles.
Yeah.
You know, suddenly turned things around for us. We've won 2 close ones against New York Super Breakers, and I think last night against the Castles was a big win for us. And yeah, suddenly we're number 2 in the standings. But you know, we take it 1 match at a time. I know there's 4 teams battling out for 1 spot, and it's exciting, and that's why, you know, I think this is such a great format.
Indeed. You started an initiative this year that you call the Handshake Challenge, and it's something you're trying to push for the league. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, I would just, I think that, you know, as people, we need to have more respect for each other. And you know, from a young age, you know, we all get taught, you know, to have good manners. You know, when you go visit people, you walk in and you shake their hand and look them in the eye. It feels like a little bit of the new generation is not so focused on doing that. It's okay to, you know, to walk by people and say, hello, how are you? They don't call them by their name, and they don't shake hands. And, you know, in South Africa, rugby is probably the main sport. It's very against rugby, because in rugby, they run onto the field and they tackle and beat the crap out of each other. And then afterwards, they basically shake hands and, you know, have a beer. And I decided, what a great way, you know, if you can do it beforehand. And we started it with rugby, and yeah, we have a lot of teams that's doing it already. We obviously want the senior teams and the national team to do it. But basically, it's about, you know, showing your opponent that I have respect for you. If I have respect for you, I'm never surprised when you play well. And I want to challenge you to play at your best. I don't want to intimidate you and then beat you when you're weak. I want to play against you and play against people that bring the best out of me. And thirdly, you know, let's play tough and hard, but let's play within the rules of our sport.
Good stuff. Last night, you sub in Miamir in mixed doubles, and he comes away with 2 wins and a loss, and the difference is 1 point, and that 1 point kind of made the whole difference of the night. Tell me about that move and why you made it.
You know, I just thought that, you know, he's really returning well. You know, Danny's been struggling a little bit with his returning, and I thought, you know, let's try something different, and you know, it worked for us. I mean, that was a 3-game swing. At the end of the night, it helped. So yeah, it's something that we might look at doing, you know, the rest of the season. And you know, that's a great beauty about World Team Tennis. You can sub players in. I think it'll be an awesome rule if there's a rule where you can get guys to serve and you can get guys to return.
And great coaching once again this year from Lasers head coach J.L. Dieger.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Don West back with Doug Ellie in Springfield, Missouri. The Springfield Lasers, the 13-10 lead over the Philadelphia Freedoms. The home finale for the Springfield Lasers this World Team Tennis season, and the Lasers making good, Doug, here so far with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, their first visit back last Sunday, the previous Sunday, they were down two matches to 1, and they're up 2 matches to 1. And going into their strong women's singles and women's doubles.
Men's doubles goes all the way to the final point in the tiebreaker. Won by Springfield, 5-4 in the tiebreaker, 5-4 in the set to give the Lasers the 3-point lead on the team scoreboard. And Kevin King is not going to remember Springfield very well this trip.
No, but Misha is. Last time he played against Philadelphia, like I said, he only won 2 games out of 12.
But this time, the Lasers win in men's doubles 5-4. Now, the rest of the night, we turn our attention to the ladies, and Taylor Townsend has been among the league's best. In fact, she is out front in leading the league in women's singles with a record of 45-19 and really dominating. But she'll take on Vanya King, who may be the most streaky player in the league as far as being able to get hot at the right time and win several in a row. And King out there, obviously the hand injury from 2 weeks ago is not an issue anymore. And King has been solid in women's singles too, 39-33. Lasers overall 3rd in the league in women's singles, and the Freedoms way out front with an overall 667 winning percentage, 54-27, with Townsend's percentage even above that, and Sloane Stevens 9-8 in her appearances for the Freedoms in singles.
Yeah, Taylor's been having her best season. She's played Vanya twice. She's beaten her 5-3, 5-3 both times. I wouldn't take Vanya King lightly tonight. This is a big match for the Lasers. The Freedoms have already clinched their spot in the final and hosting it. So we'll see what happens here. It still should be a very strong match on both sides.
And then later on to close the evening, it's women's doubles with Spears and King against Itawo and Townsend. And they're the 1 and 2 teams in the league standings. Freedom's first, Lasers second in women's doubles. So it's going to be quite the chess match here the rest of the way in this one. Philadelphia already clinching first place in the league standings. Lasers general manager Paul Nahon.
With Julie Skinner and Betsy Wall, big tennis players and fans here in Springfield, Missouri.
So the Freedoms are at 10-1, and then at the bottom the Empire at 1-11. But look at that in the middle: 6-5, 6-5, 6-6, and 5-6. 4 teams battling for one spot, with still 3 matches to go for the most part.
And
Castles only have 2 left.
And they're all playing each other.
All playing each other. So you couldn't really script it any better here for the final 3 days of the regular season.
So for the rest of the week, I'm going to be on WTT.TV.com because I don't get to host any more of them.
You can leave off the .com, just .tv is okay.
Oh, okay.
So
I plug it all in and I get there.
Yep. But, you know, Springfield can say that it can win out and take second place. The Aviators can win out and take second. The Castles might need a little help with already 6 losses, and Orange County with 6, but still in the hunt.
All right, we're getting ready for women's singles right now. For the Freedoms.
Yeah, the loss last night for San Diego was a big hit because out of their remaining matches, the umpire looked to be probably the easiest win for them, and it was at home, but it didn't turn out that way.
Well, the Empire were 0 before that. Well, here comes the serve of Taylor Townsend from the far court.
Yeah, nasty left-handed serve.
Townsend, 22 years old, already her 5th season of World Team Tennis, her 4th with the Freedoms.
That's not going to play it. That's not going to work. That was a great return. Volley. Maybe forgot that Taylor's a lefty. That massive forehand of hers.
Vanya on the board.
Taylor Townsend can be streaky at times. That's one of the things that Vanya King will be looking for to keep a lot of balls in play.
Game point now for Townsend. Doubles partner this year with Janina Wickmeyer of the Orange County Breakers. They won a doubles title at Indian Wells.
And she's a tall gal. Janina Wickmeyer. Beautiful topspin backhand by Vanya King. Pulled Taylor off the court. Vanya King lost her string dampener.
Too much there from King, and the game goes to Taylor Townsend.
And that's just a massive bounce with that heavy topspin. King needs to get much closer to that bounce when Taylor does that to her, so that she's not taking it she's not swinging at a ball higher than her shoulders. It's very difficult to get power when it's above your shoulders or head. Great close, great return. Looks like Taylor Townsend's on a mission right now.
Well, jumped all over the serve here. And you've said this season that the serve is not Vanya's strongest suit.
It's not her strongest suit, no. Great return, deep, right off the line. Vanya's ground strokes and footwork and mental focus is what she's really good at. And her net play. I shouldn't have forgot that. I mean, she's an outstanding net player. That's why she's so good in doubles. Look at this, coming in, closing, low volley. Doesn't take too much speed off the ball. Puts it right where she wants it.
No.
And this is Taylor's weak spot is her movement. She doesn't move as well as Vanya King. Instead of moving forward on that, she moved laterally and got herself in position in a tough position.
That's set up for King nicely, and she has a game point.
Nice reaching backhand by Taylor. That was fantastic.
Townsend brings it to deciding point now. Looks for the break. And Taylor Townsend makes it 2-0 for the Freedoms in women's singles.
Vanya not happy with that volley. A little indecisive going after it. It was a very nice return by Taylor Townsend down at her feet, but that's what Vanya does for a living in doubles. That's fantastic play by Vanya King. That's the kind of situation she wants to get involved in. She wants to get these cross-court rallies going to Taylor's backhand and her forehand. That's going to be a winning situation for Vanya King. But if she gets it to Taylor's forehand, it's going to be a long night. Taylor can put that heavy topspin forehand pretty much anywhere on the court.
What do you think she could bench press? Look at those upper arms.
Yeah, she's got very strong shoulders. It's one of the reasons why she has a very nice serve, kick serve too, strong legs. Jumps up very well. Yep, get that to the backhand side.
Oh, wow, perfect.
Great point.
thing of beauty.
This is the tough side for Vanya King to return on with the lefty. You can see how Taylor stands a little bit further out wide, so she can get more angle off that serve. Big return.
King at break point.
Ran around her backhand off the return a little bit. Big inside out forehand. One of Roger Federer's favorite shots.
And Townsend misses. Vanya King gets the break.
And Taylor Townsend upset with she hit a really nice forehand up the line, but probably not the shot. She didn't need that shot yet.
The Geico timeout.
Look at that shoulder rotation Vanya King puts on that backhand. Excellent forehand by Taylor, just half a foot wide.
Still a 2-1 lead in the set for Taylor Townsend, but Vanya King picks up her first game. Look who is here tonight from down south in Branson, Missouri, there in the grayish shirt. That is Shoji Tabuchi. Great Branson entertainer, been there many years.
He's a tennis fan, that's what I hear. Obviously coming for a Lasers match.
Oh boy. King just ran out of court.
Because she would have kept running. She would have gotten that ball. My coach from college would have climbed up that wall and gotten that. Jim Clausia, played #1 for SBU. Coach at Missouri State for 27 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Good for Townsend.
Yep, that dropped in, and
amazing point.
That's unusual for Vanya to. She just thought it was going out. It dropped right in. That's
0-2.
Needs to keep playing those points out. The longer you keep Taylor Townsend in the point, you got a better shot at it.
Break point for Townsend, looking to go up 3-1 and get Philadelphia within 1 on the team board. Springfield up 14-12 at the moment.
Smart play by Taylor, put the pressure on her. She has 4 chances to win the game. Now 3. Vanya King has really good backswing off her serve. Probably just needs a little more strength in her wrist snap and in the forearm area.
Taylor Townsend goes up 3-1 in women's singles. And the Springfield Lasers team lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
And you can see Taylor, how she'll that ball that's slightly going to her backhand, she'll run around it and hit a big forehand. You can see how she moves around that. She's hitting from her backhand side and then setting up for the big forehand finish.
So 3-1 for Townsend. And in women's doubles, you've got the top 2 teams in the league battling for the match just a little later.
Yeah, JL's telling Vanya, I'd like to see a couple more games out of you here.
King is ready and Townsend getting out there. And those giant tennis balls, a big hit. Shoji Tabuchi, just virtuoso of a violin player.
I've never had a chance to see him. Nice kick serve out wide. Jumping on Vanya King, getting the miss hit. Another big shot by Taylor Townsend.
Out in California, Orange County and San Diego are tied 7-7 in the second set. Another chance at the game for Townsend as she rolls on here in women's singles, not just tonight, but all season long.
She's been doing this all season long.
Easily the top candidate for female forever mark, league MVP.
Strong return by Vanya King. Catching the baseline there.
Taylor Townsend makes it 4-1.
Another big serve.
Team score tied at 14. And Taylor Townsend looking for the victory here on this next game.
You can see she comes across the outside of that tennis ball and puts a nasty spin on it. That's the way to jump on that ball. It's a great backhand by Vanya King. That was the right play by Vanya. The ball, I think, got just a little bit out wide on her. A little more than she wanted.
Townsend 2 points from the set.
Great topspin forehand passing shot. Vanya decides to sneak in on that. Look for Taylor to jump all over the second serve. You can see her encroaching on the court.
Double.
Forcing the double fault.
And set point for Taylor Townsend. Looking to give the Freedoms the lead on the team scoreboard for the first time tonight.
Well, it's probably what the Lasers like. They like coming from behind. Last two matches, they were behind going into the last event.
It's good for King. Still alive, and here's a look.
Yeah, I want to see this. It's in.
Half and half.
Yep.
That's enough. Taylor Townsend takes women's singles 5-1, and the Philadelphia Freedoms go up on the team scoreboard 15-14. One event to go. And it's women's doubles to close the night. Freedoms lead 15-14.
Experience the Galleria, a kitchen and bath showplace only at Harry Cooper Supply. From faucets that reflect both fashion and function to innovative and relaxing jet tubs, we carry state-of-the-art products you want and back them with the experience and superior service you deserve. Browse our professional-grade products from Delta, Brizo, Bain Ultra, Jetta, Moen, Toto, Jason, LK, and more. Revitalize your kitchen or bath at the Galleria and come home to fine products that truly reflect your style.
This is your escape from a long day, your Tuesday night routine. It's the 1 hour you reserve just for you. Right now, it's the only thing that will calm him down. That's why at Mediacom, we're working harder to bring you more superior TV entertainment every day. Greater reliability, incredible picture and sound. So from the big screen to the little screen, to the great outdoors, nothing gets in the way of the things you love.
Don West back with Doug Ellie in Springfield, Missouri, and the Philadelphia Freedoms behind Taylor Townsend take the team lead at 15-14 with women's doubles still to go. And Townsend dominating Vanya King in the singles event tonight.
And that's pretty much what she's been doing all season. With that big forehand, then the close. Same thing with her service. Just a little too much for Vanya King tonight.
Townsend takes her for the third night this season in singles. And that leads us to women's doubles, and Townsend back out there to look to seal it for Philadelphia. And she'll be paired with Raquel Atawo, again the former doubles partner of the Lasers' Abby Spears, and Atawo in her 6th season of World Team Tennis. On the Lasers side, there's Abby Spears. Spears has played all of the women's doubles games. The Lasers are 47-40, second in the league. And her partner all season has been Vanya King. And King looking to recover from that 5-1 set, or 1-5 in her case. In singles, this will decide it with a 1-point difference. There's no chance at extended play tonight. We'll either have a super tiebreaker, or a team will win it outright. And the super tiebreaker would be if the set is decided Springfield 5-4. Otherwise, it's straight up for the match tonight in this final set.
And this is, you know, this is what the Lasers really wanted to finish with. This is their strongest event.
A 5-3 win for Springfield would give the Lasers the outright team win, and any set victory for the Freedoms means a Philadelphia victory.
And in their first match, Taylor, Townsend, and Tao won 5-4.
Tough start for Springfield.
That's just sitting on the bench for a while for Abby. Trying to loosen up that shoulder. It's the coldest it's been.
Coldest being relative. Probably 74 or so now. Just gorgeous in Springfield, Missouri tonight. She misses with 4 straight. And just the 5th of the night, the 2nd in a row for Spears.
She did this last night too. She had one poor service game.
Lasers on the board. Let's remind you again, if you look at this one again and Townsend finds the net, that even if Philadelphia wins and the Lasers lose this match tonight, Springfield can still make it to the finals with wins in their final 2 matches, both on the road. Vanya King gets the game even.
That's an amazing reflex volley right there. I mean, Tao almost took her head off with that return. But this is what Abby Spears needs to do. She needs to get that serve in. Vanya King's very good at the net. Beautiful return.
Break point now, Philadelphia.
Puts pressure on Abby, but she doesn't mind that. Signature overhead by Spears. Great first serve. Great first serve out wide. Raquel pops the lob up, and there's the finish.
So the deciding point. Start this final set.
See if she jams her with the serve. For Taylor to hit a big return here.
Ooh.
Yep, there it is.
Freedom victory and the break. Philadelphia up 16-14. Springfield home matches this year have been right to the wire in so many cases. Extended play against San Diego, super tiebreaker that went 7-6 against the New York Empire back on the 19th. Super tiebreaker again against the Empire, 7-4 in the final set in singles. Or in the super tiebreaker anyway. And then a 1-point straight up win over the Washington Castles last night.
1-point loss to the Breakers.
That's 5 of the 7 right there, man.
I just love to watch Taylor Townsend serve.
Tauo finds net.
It's hard to come off the bench, you know. Tao and Spears have had to come off the bench. King and Taylor warmed up and primed. Look for a huge kick serve here out of Taylor Townsend. See if Spears jumps on it. Could not commit to that volley in the middle there. It looks easy though, Don, but it's not. That ball is just like this spitball sinker that just moving a lot and then diving. If you take your eye off of it for just a split second, you'll lose it. Good first serve by Taylor, miss hit return by Vanya. Made it easy for the finishing volley for Raquel.
The out call confirmed.
And Spears was ready to just tag that forehand, and the ball shifted to her right, probably about almost 2 feet. Framed it.
Philadelphia up 2-0.
Good set and then finishing spike there off Taylor's swinging volley. The Freedoms definitely like where this is going right now. The Lasers are going to have to do a little bit more.
17-14 Freedoms lead. And good for King.
Big dive off of that forehand with a lot of rotation on that ball. And that's what the Western and semi-Western forehand grips have done for the forehand in modern day tennis with these rackets. Just a lot more revolutions on the ball.
Wow.
And they're going to see more of that. They just need to hunker down and
just missed.
2-1.
So we're remaining in the league now after tonight. Springfield at Orange County tomorrow night. Also New York at Philadelphia. Washington at San Diego. And then Thursday, Philadelphia at New York. Washington at Orange County. Springfield at San Diego. And that's the end of the regular season. The World Team Tennis Finals this Sunday, August 5th, 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central on WTT.tv. Lasers get the game.
They needed to get that game, get on the board. This is what Vanya King does really well. She gets pulled out wide. Great forehand down at Taylor's feet.
So 2-1 Freedoms in the set. Again, a set win for Philadelphia is a match win for the Freedoms. The Lasers need any kind of set win here in women's doubles. They have a chance.
Beautiful out wide serve to start the game for Raquel. Remember, she did that in the mixed doubles earlier tonight. I'd be telling Abby she's got to watch that short out wide.
Townsend at the net.
Great hands. When you, as a teammate, when you return that ball right at the net person, you do throw your partner under the bus if they get a good volley off of it, because they will not have time to react to it. It's the risk you take when you go at the net player. Nice return by Spears. Now, I mean, going back to their last match here in Springfield, the Lasers were up 4-3 in that match, and Abby Spears and Vanya King went after Taylor Townsend at the net a couple of times with the returns, real fast returns like that. But last couple of games in that match, the Freedoms returned that with great returns at the net player. And they won the match off of a shot like that at Abby Spears.
The Geico timeout comes to an end.
There's Wendy Potter.
And net from Townsend again.
Wow.
The Lasers are 1 point from getting it even.
Spears popped that up right into the lion's den and got a little lucky there. Townsend clipped the net. They got to get this serve off in 4 seconds. Great serve down the tee.
Three-all deciding point.
Yeah,
maybe the biggest of the night here.
Yeah, this is a big point, and Vanya King should return this.
The Freedoms go up 3-1.
Great hands again by Taylor. She knew it was coming at her.
So Philadelphia 2 games from a match victory here tonight in Springfield.
Look at the shift from Taylor and just does this block volley for the angle. That I formation, and it's used a lot in doubles. where your server and your net player are pretty much in the center of the court, and the returner's got to decide where they want to put the return. They don't know where the players are going to shift to.
So they switch ends, lasers to the far court. Serve to Abby Spears.
That was a pretty darn good recovery by Spears coming in. She almost took a slip, but great footwork. And once again, you see this nice I formation, and then they'll go their direction. And the returner, I mean, that was a good return, but the returner now has to pick where they're just going to hit the return.
Critical game for Springfield. They don't want to go down 4-1 and be faced with everything that they would have to climb over to get to the top after that.
Yeah, with Taylor Townsend serve, you know, I mean.
And they'll have a series of game points now. Double keeps the Freedoms alive.
We've seen our share of double faults tonight. Wow. Did you see that swinging volley?
More of the power. Townsend's chasing a bug off the court here now. We had that problem a few nights ago.
Wow.
So the Freedoms get it back to deciding point with 3 straight points.
And that
Philadelphia 9-2 and 3 all points tonight.
Atao, that was a good serve into her body. She just stayed with it, stayed down, got through it.
(18-15), the Philadelphia Freedoms, the 3-point lead.
Freedoms are definitely showing why they're 1 in the league here.
Game to the lasers.
Abby and Vanya definitely like to live on the edge. Vanya had a couple of chances. Look at that finish. That was a great finish.
They keep the Freedoms from that 4th game win, which would put Springfield against the wall. Still with a little bit of breathing room here, but not much now with Townsend serving.
1-0.
Won't take much for the gap to close.
Yeah, I don't The way Taylor Townsend's serving right now, you're almost better off just moving in and just short hopping the bounce before all that spin takes over. About 3 or 4 years ago, Roger Federer started doing that, and they called it the saber, and he would just charge the net as his opponent was serving 130-mile-an-hour serve and just short hop it and come in. And that's what Abby's trying to do. She's see how close she was to the service box, just trying to short hop it, and that was the correct serve by Taylor Townsend to slide it right into her body. Jammer. There we go.
Well, here's another time the Lasers have to capitalize. They're this close.
Yep.
2-all in the game.
As a server, you're kind of like a pitcher. You know, you're trying to find ways to get the returner to miss hit.
No. So game point Freedoms. Just about in position to take it from Springfield here now.
Yep, Abby just pushed that return, tried to guide it a little bit instead of just hitting it. Ooh, that would have been an ace.
Deciding point.
So the big question here, we got a lefty server, Taylor. Abby needs to take this, take the return, but it looks like Vanya's going to take it.
And out. Game to Springfield.
What a point. How many times have we seen this, Don, out of Vanya King?
That's right.
I mean, in the trenches, behind, just keeps battling and battling.
Madam Clutch for the Springfield Lasers, dating back to 2009 when she engineered a singles comeback of epic proportions in a match something like a 6-game comeback.
That's a huge break, breaking Taylor Townsend. Moved way too early. Abby Spears moved way too early on that. That was like putting up a billboard saying, "I'm going." Now, Lasers need to capitalize on that break. Need to hold the service. Force Matao to serve it out. Very well placed first serve down the tee for Vanya King.
The Lasers need this set to either win it outright if they win the next 2 games, or force a super tiebreaker if it goes 5-4. Wow. Oh.
I know, that was an unbelievable return.
Heard the fault call late there. Too much. Momentum to Springfield.
That was a softer serve.
JL will take the Geico timeout. Springfield up in the game 2-1. Game's tied 3-all. It's clear that the Lasers are out of timeouts now. Now back to King. About a game point.
That was a let serve. And Abby got the ball she wanted. Didn't mean to hit Taylor.
Springfield is up 4-3, and the team score is tied 18-all. Now the Lasers could break for the set and the win.
Townsend went for just a little too much off that backhand. There's Alec Jarvis going crazy. All three Jarvises there. Big tennis family here in Springfield, Missouri.
So a Springfield win in this game gives the Lasers the match. The Freedoms win, send us to a 9-point tiebreaker.
Raquel's feeling the pressure. Well, the Freedoms have not been in this position that much this season. The Lasers, on the other hand, have been in this position a lot.
Especially at home.
Yep.
Now the Geico timeout from Craig Carden. So we've done it again here, Doug.
I mean, it's great to watch. I mean, World Team Tennis at its best.
Zero 1, Natawo. Oh, Townsend recovery.
Vanya King was set up and just ripped it at Taylor Townsend. Great hands by Townsend. Beautiful return though by Abby Spears. Let's see if she can do the same again off the second serve.
Oh, Townsend, just too much.
Little conservative here off the return, and Townsend just hits the angle volley. Beautifully done.
There's a double.
Two doubles in this game.
12-6 overall. The Lasers are 2 points from the match. And the Freedoms, 2 points from sending us further on into the night. Townsend gives the Freedoms game point.
Yep, Abby's chasing Taylor right now, which means Taylor is making the right moves at the net, and Abby keeps chasing her instead of just deciding where she wants to hit it.
Game point for a 4-all tie. Wow, serve up the tee for the Freedoms.
Right.
And we're 4-all.
Right off the line. Fantastic second serve.
To the 9-point tiebreaker now to decide the set. If the Freedoms win the tiebreaker, they win the match. If the Lasers win the tiebreaker, we go to a super tiebreaker. It will get super here tonight. Doug Ellie, one final time here tonight in Springfield.
Well, it would be fitting for the season here to end like that.
First two serves to Spears, and there's one to the Lasers.
Correction, not for the season to end, but for their home season.
Lasers on the road Wednesday and Thursday to Orange County and San Diego. Freedoms at home against New York and then at New York. Yes, for Townsend.
Very conservative off that half volley. This is it. This is the playoffs. You gotta go for it.
Mini break for Philadelphia.
Yep.
It'll come to Townsend for two serves. First team to 5 points wins the set. If the Freedoms win the set, they win the match.
There's that huge kick serve out wide.
Freedom. Come on, ladies and fans, let's cheer them on.
Good for a Tao and a 3-1 advantage, and they'll change ends now. And now the Freedoms are 2 points from the match. The Lasers, a few minutes back, were in that position themselves.
Yep, great serve down the tee here. Good return. One of the things that you'd like to see is a little bit more lobbing off that return when you're playing against a good serving team. You know, that net player just hugs that net. Throw up a few lobs. Push them off the net.
Many thanks to those of you joining us on Mediacom Connections Channel 22 across the Midwest and WTT.TV worldwide. All matches streamed live and free this season.
Beautiful backhand pass down the line.
Match point for Philadelphia. And Springfield now needs 4 straight to get it to the super tiebreaker.
They just want to get this one right here. That's all they want to concentrate on. One at a time.
There's one.
There's one.
Now they'll have to break a Tao twice here, or 3 times actually. Match point number 2 for the Freedoms. And the Philadelphia Freedoms get their 11th win, 11-1 on the season now. The Springfield Lasers fall to 6-6, but Springfield's still in position to make it to the finals against the Freedoms if they win 2 on the road in the next 2 nights. It is the Freedoms with the victory tonight.
Classic Rock Coffee. Our coffee rocks.
Hi, I'm Scott Fun. I'm the publisher of the Missouri Times and the host of This Week in Missouri Politics. And we are very excited to say we're now going to be joining MediaCom. This Week in Missouri Politics, every Sunday morning, we bring you the top opinion makers and top political leaders of the state for a roundtable discussion on issues that affect all of us here in Missouri. We look forward to joining you every Sunday morning.
Experience the Galleria, a kitchen and bath showplace only at Harry Cooper Supply. From faucets that reflect both fashion and function to innovative and relaxing jet tubs, we carry state-of-the-art products you want and back them with the experience and superior service you deserve. Browse our professional-grade products from Delta, Brizo, Bain Ultra, Jetta, Moen, Toto, Jason, LK, and more. Revitalize your kitchen or bath at the Galleria and come home to fine products that truly reflect your style.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Philadelphia Freedoms take the win over the Springfield Lasers tonight, 20-18. And in the final set, it goes 5-4 in the tiebreaker to Ottawa and Townsend. And Philadelphia improves to 11-1 on the season, rolling along with 2 to go.
Yeah, I mean, they showed why they're number 1 in the league tonight. They were down going into the last 2 matches. They're number 1 in singles and number 1 in doubles and women's, and they showed it.
Springfield now 6-6, but still able to make it to the finals with 2 road wins coming up.
Yeah, I still think they have a great shot at it. They're playing really well. They almost beat the league the lead leaders. So they still have a very good chance on the road.
Here's how the Philadelphia Freedoms took it tonight in women's doubles, behind Taylor Townsend and Raquel Ottawa as they close it right here with the victory. Lasers in their final home match of the season, signing the autographs for the fans as they drop to 6-6, but still have a chance to make it to the finals in Philadelphia on Sunday. Replay times for this match locally on Mediacom MC22, Wednesday afternoon at 3 and Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And it is a very special night for us with our Mediacom production crew. One of our own is moving on. Steve Davis has been the engineer in the Mediacom production truck for almost every sports production we've done since 1991. He's been with the company since 1980. Tonight, he engineers his last sports production before retiring and moving to Texas. Words cannot express how much we appreciate everything he has done for us in our sports productions the last 27 years. He's a pro among pros. We'll miss Steve. We wish him happy stargazing and enjoy the rest of the ride. Steve Davis, thank you so much for everything. That will do it for us for our World Team Tennis coverage. Here in 2018, Springfield Lasers still look for a berth in the finals the next 2 nights. But this evening, it is the Philadelphia Freedoms that win 20-18. For Doug Ellie, for Corey Riggs, for Steve Davis, and the rest of our crew, I'm Don West. Thanks so much for joining us, and good evening from the Cooper Tennis Complex in Springfield, Missouri.